Hello everybody, John Scritwell back here again with another video, and today I bring you some more comic book news. This specific topic that I'm generally going to talk about is kind of brief, and it's not really confirmed if anything's going to happen from it, but it's overall an interesting topic that I just wanted to open up and get everyone's thoughts on. Overall, Joss Whedon obviously has been making various comments about sexism in Hollywood, and specifically the comic book industry. Now, he obviously, we already know that Joss Whedon loves female superheroines. He's definitely been, trying to make that a staple in comic book movies, and specifically just movies, and majority of all his projects usually have very strong female leads, and that's one of the main reasons why we love Joss Whedon's work. And during an exclusive interview for Avengers Age of Ultron, he specifically stated in that interview that if he wasn't going to do Avengers Age of Ultron, the next project he would have loved to have done is a female Batman movie. Now, obviously the comment goes a little bit more extensive than there, but it's pretty freaking crazy how like determined he is to try to make something like that happen. I mean, like, granted, Warner Brothers is doing its own thing. They're obviously trying to do their cinematic universe. You have Ben Affleck as Batman and stuff, and they're going on that whole storyline, the Dark Knight Returns and whatnot. But the female Batman thing is really interesting, and it's a very specific topic that I actually had with Paul, like, I want to say 2 days ago, and we were discussing the changing of race of comic book characters, and I specifically asked, like, what would happen, like, if you changed the race of Batman? And now you have this new topic of, like, well, fuck the race. How about fucking changing the gender of Batman? Now that's a really big interesting plot device to go by. And Joss Whedon specifically stated that if he wasn't going to do Avengers 2, he would want him to do turn of the century female Batman. Not Batman the way he actually is, but, something new and cool, as he states. And it's definitely a very interesting topic because, like, what does that mean, like, for the future of, like, not only, his, career, but also for Warner Brothers, because Warner Brothers, we don't know how far their cinematic universe is going to go, if it even happens at all, depending on how, the current movies do, like Batman v Superman and Suicide Squad and stuff like that. But we already know that Joss Whedon definitely has a lot of new projects that he has, packed up for his leave of Marvel. And he obviously has been making it very known that he wants more female superheroines and stuff like that. And it's just a very interesting topic, I mean, there's been lots of talk about him not possibly coming back to direct the Infinity Wars, so does that mean that Warner Brothers has the possibility of bringing him over to Warner Brothers, or does that mean, like, we're just going to change things around? I really don't know. It's really strange and odd. And when he says female Batman, that's the part that really gets to me. Is that, like, does he mean Batwoman, Batgirl, female Robin? Like, what does he mean by that? Like, female Batman? Like, is he talking about, like, the pre-existing Bat family female characters, or is he talking about, like, an entirely new created character for the movies of, DC Comics? Just a straight up standalone real female Batman that has no pre-knowledge of, our normal Batman. Like, Batman, Bruce Wayne Batman doesn't even exist in this female Batman's universe. Like, she's the Batman, the definitive Batman of her universe. Like, is that what he's trying to go on? I really don't know. It's just so many things are coming by, and it's just one of those things where it's quite interesting to know what the future, lies for not only the Batman franchise, but of course, Joss Whedon's, filmography and career, because we already know he's obviously got, he's going to do a whole bunch of different stuff, and he wants to start new universes and start a whole bunch of new projects, and, we don't know if he's going to come back for Infinity War, and, if he's going to direct more Marvel stuff, or he's going to go and do DC stuff. We don't know. It's really strange, but I just wanted to get my personal thoughts out on there. And female Batman movie. For me personally, if it's not Batwoman or Batgirl, I really don't know if it could be done. You know, I mean, Joss Whedon, I'm pretty sure could be the guy to do it. But at the same time, there's two conflicting things that can really fuck it up. For one, the fans. It really depends on the fans. And two, it also really depends on Warner Brothers and what they decide to do. Because obviously, we already know that before Joss Whedon went over to Marvel to do Avengers and stuff, he was originally supposed to do the first solo Wonder Woman movie. You know, he was supposed to do it, and he was far along in the project to actually do it. You know, that everything was pretty much done. You know, it was ready to fucking, you know, go down, and Warner Brothers, you know, didn't want to do it, and, you know, he wanted to do his own thing, and the studio it was just two different brains on the project that just didn't gel together, and he pretty much just dropped it and just went over to Marvel, and of course, made Avengers, which to Warner Brothers' dismay, but overall, that's another conflicting issue, you know, because if he were to come back to Warner Brothers and start a new project, specifically a female superhero project, I don't know if it could be done with Warner Brothers, because Warner Brothers, as much as I love them and I can't wait to see what they you know, hash out, it's really odd it's really just strange to see what happens. But overall, a female Batman movie, that's really crazy. I mean, like, the theory of that even being a possibility, I mean, like, he even stated himself that he would do it, and if he wanted to, he could do it. Which means that if he just stopped doing Marvel right now and came over to Warner Brothers and we're like, we're doing a female Batman movie, let's go, let's start this fucking train. Shit's going down, we're gonna fucking get that. So, I don't know, it's really odd. Female Batman movie, what do you guys personally feel about that? Personally, I hope Joss Whedon, like, tries to rephrase what he said and, like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, personally, would I like to see a Batgirl or a Batwoman movie? Fuck yes, I would love to see that. But a standalone, like, female Batman movie that has nothing to do with the pre-existing female Batman characters, just a straight-up female Batman that has no pre-existing knowledge, and, you know, Bruce Wayne Batman doesn't exist, just she's the Batman. It's really weird, and it's definitely, I have to see it to believe it, and I have to see what he does with it. So, but overall, you know, none of this is actually happening. Joss Whedon hasn't stated, you know, being like, oh well, I'm actually going to do it. It's just something that he would have wanted to do first off, right after doing the first Avengers movie, if he didn't get to do Age of Ultron. But he is doing, obviously, Age of Ultron, so we really don't know, and obviously he has other projects in mind, so you have that to take into account. But overall, it's pretty interesting to see where his mindset is with the future of not only his career, but of course comic book movies in general. So, in the comment section below, I want to know everyone's personal thoughts. What do you think about a female Batman solo movie? Do you think that could work? Do you really want to see that? And do you think a Batwoman or a Batgirl would suffice more than a female Batman movie? I personally go with Batwoman because, you know, she's obviously hasn't really been done on, you know, on the big screen yet, and I personally like the character, so I would have really seen that version of female Batman. So it would be cool to have that, but it really depends on what he does. And also, what do you personally think on Joss Whedon possibly doing a Batman movie one day? I mean, like, we all know he's a huge Batman fan. He's just a comic book guy in general, so it's quite possible that he could do it and do it justice. But who do you personally think would be better choice for directing a Batman movie in the future? Personally, I really want to see Ben Affleck direct his solo movie, but you know, it really depends on that front. And also, if Joss Whedon or Ben Affleck wouldn't direct it, what other director would you rather see? I was kind of thinking about this earlier, but I would have loved to have seen David Fincher direct a Batman movie. I don't know why, but I just really think that would be one of the best Batman movies we've ever seen. But then again, that's not really going to happen. But overall, let me know in the comment section below what you personally think about Joss Whedon's comments. What do you think about a female Batman movie? What kind of character would you rather see? An original character, Batwoman or Batgirl? Also, what do you think about Joss Whedon possibly directing a Batman movie one day? And also, if not Joss Whedon, who other than he could direct the definitive solo Batman movie? in the future. Ben Affleck, Joss Whedon, David Fincher, who else? Anyways, that's been my comments on this whole topic, and let me know what you personally think. Subscribe to my channel if you've not done so already. I hope everyone has enjoyed. This has been John 12.